What is up, you beautiful people of YouTube, passing the good vibes from on high? It is your boy, DarkHorse Rye, and welcome to the official finale for The Wolf Among Us. Now, I'm really on here just to say that there's not going to be a recap for the beginning of this episode like I've been doing with the last few episodes, just because of the fact of part 1 for episode 5 was very short. It was basically about the same length as an anime episode, so yeah, that's basically the situation with that. There's no recap. I would just say go check out part number 1, because if you don't, you're going to be lost on a lot of the details that are going to be happening in this episode, and I want you guys to be caught up, don't have any questions about anything and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically all I got to really say about that. Go check out part number 1, otherwise you'll be lost. And other than that, that's all I really have to say about that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this finale. I know I did. I'm gonna miss playing this game, like I'm gonna say again and again at the end of this episode, but all good things must come to an end. Telltale, just hurry up with part number 2 for this game. And now, let's proceed with catching these criminals in this finale as Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Still warm. He's here, all right.
Yeah, they just got here if it's still warm. Let's see. All right, come on. Come on. Shepherd Metalworks.
Of course.
I'm gonna say, if you don't kick that door in, Big B. I can't believe this is within, according to my recording software, because this does not include like the intro or nothing like that, or me talking. I can't believe this is within like the first 30 minutes of the game right now.
So this is where they've been sending these.
The best safety device is a careful worker, as you can see from that sign right now. This isn't ominous at all.
Bigby Wolf. The big bad wolf.
Be careful.
You used to be something.
What the? Oh, you've been watching. That's Faith and Narissa. That was episode 1. I'm assuming this is when they went to go get Lily, her body. Episode 1. This had to be last episode, episode 4.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Oh, so you said shivering. I thought she said another word. I didn't think she said shivering. I thought she said another word right there. But okay. Y'all can connect the dots on what you think I thought she said. Workbench. Oh.
Silver.
I was about to say, so this
Bad wolf.
is where they was making those bullets. Oh no! So you just go sneak
It's about
me.
time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
I'm getting real tired of
Bigby.
you.
I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate.
What business?
Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Oh, so
Get out
you
of
think
my
I'm that
way
easy?
Now.
Okay.
Make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners?
I know
Or
you
was
was
she
the
too
last one to
busy
be talking.
fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Oh, okay. You know what? Nah.
This is just sad.
I was taught not to hit women. But you know what? I'm gonna make it acceptable for you now. How's she disappearing like that? There aren't any mirrors in here. What the heck? What kind of flash? What kind of Barry Allen mess she got going on right now? Why did I climb all the way up here? I'm finna fall. Bust my tail. Why did I get up here? This was quite possibly the dumbest place I could have came to. Ooh. Now I know I hit the button on time just now. I don't know if I blocked it or not. Gotta get ready. Yep. So I did block it. Ooh, yeah, you got me that time.
Where are you? Come out and face me.
Oh, nah, that is nightmare fuel right there. Oh, you a demon. I'm gonna have to exercise you. Yeah, I ain't feeling this. I'm gonna have to put this Holy Ghost on, bro. Miss. Drop her in this doggone heated metal, Big B. Melt her. Melt her. I said melt her, not melt the both of you. Okay. We're gonna hit stage 2. I'm gonna have to send you back downstairs, Mary, because this ain't working. There's more of you? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There's too many of y'all. We're gonna have to thin these numbers out. This cheating. Dang, y'all jumping me. Come on, baby. I'm gonna need you to get your skills right. Come on, Big B. Big B, come on, man. I'm gonna need you to get right. What the? Oh, we getting right. Oh, we getting right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Superior wolf form. We've left all humanity behind right now. got to be the central node for her then. Because you running the most. Man, get this joint out my mouth. Well, let me crush it. Oh, never mind. We hitting our true favorite form right now. Everybody else got one. This is ours. I'm the big bad wolf for a reason. What we doing? What we doing? Bruh. Huffing and puffing and blowing the Bloody Marys down? That sounds so wrong, but you know what I mean. Okay. You think I'm supposed to be scared because you getting elevated? You go run? Ugh, that's nasty. Let's go! Last chance. You failed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go back downstairs where you belong, Bloody Mary. Go right back downstairs where you belong. Looking like a straight up demon in this doggone episode, bro. Where do you have time to be putting your clothes down, Big B? When do you be having time to put your clothes down? Like, honestly.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. I won't miss next time.
Okay.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished.
Okay.
You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look,
You keep backing
there's no
up.
reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
Then
It's
put
funny,
the gun
coming
down.
From a guy pointing a gun at my head.
Thank you, Big
This
B.
is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Then
You're
what
not
are
a
you?
killer? Then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
Hitmen are business
And
killers
I
too.
will,
So are the
as
contract is
long
for
as you
them.
agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
See, that's how I know you did
You're
something.
often reckless.
Because you called this town
And I worry
miserable.
you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
You're
Yet
pissing
I'm
me
actually
off.
looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
All right,
Again?
let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey!
I'm not playing your games.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest.
Ooh, I
Get on
wanted
a
to hit
trial
so
in front of
badly.
your peers. And your punishment will follow.
It said hit him, and I wanted to hit him so badly just now. But it's like, I promised Snow that I'm gonna do this right. I done dealt with Bloody Mary, so I done got a lot of my frustration out.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Grin. He deserved that.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
He's alive.
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything.
I told you if I had
We'll
killed
deal
him,
with
there
it later,
probably would
but
have been
right
choice
now,
saying
you're the one
about
I'm
me
concerned
taking
with.
him
You
out.
called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
I don't care nothing about
You
no
are
Crooked Man,
charged
so...
with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you.
Dagnabbit.
Now, is there anything
I was
you
gonna
would
get
like
something
to say?
against him.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on.
involved.
It's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
Lucky I ain't hit you, Crooked Man.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
Georgie's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then?
Thank
If it had
you.
nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so
What
long?
cover up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. To the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I saw
I'm
the clue at the
sorry,
top saying
I'm sorry that
the
your
crowd
sister
may
asked me
turn
for help, and I'm
to
sorry
him.
that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
Yep.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me.
Uh-oh.
You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
Ugh.
You've
Auntie
made
Greeley.
some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you.
Oh, man.
Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
Mm-hmm.
They're right.
Oh, yeah.
You're all still afraid of him, even now.
Oh, yeah. I know I'm
But
right.
you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had to scan really quick between them choices. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Mr. Crooked Man.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
Oh, here y'all go.
About?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
At the time?
Yes. Of course. Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't
That
be
was
serious.
Bluebeard. That
was
wasn't me.
Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will
What brutality?
the big bad wolf?
Okay.
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Nerissa.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
Thank
You
you.
probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You
Uh-oh.
enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and
Yikes.
Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him.
Eyewitness.
Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Uh-oh. So we got 6 witnesses.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Exactly.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
Take it to a vote.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
Vote.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Dang.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Oh.
Sheriff, do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
I'm doing this for Faith and Lily, bruh. Faith and
Everyone,
Lily.
I'm
Not this way.
Oh! Oh, so that's how we finna do it. Bye-bye.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
You're
No,
going to miss
Auntie
me.
Greenleaf, shut up. This dude just tried to take me down the well with him.
I won't.
Like, bro, you want me to take it easy on him? Joker just tried to take me down the witching well with him. Bump you,
Lily.
Auntie Greenleaf.
And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
I don't hear nothing from you, Auntie Greenleaf. Dude just tried to take me down the witching well. You go tell us, so we can lock him up. We can lock him up. Get the freak out of here with that mess, bro. You want to lock him up? You go make sure the locks is restrained on that thing, man. I'm not gonna do that. Try to take me with you. I'll be doggone.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Is that
Okay.
fly?
Great.
I was about to call it. I think it's Flytrap. I can't remember what his name is. I was about to call him Superfly for
This
a second.
fucking line.
Is that Gwen and Hans? I didn't know who Gwen was, but that's Hans. I know for sure. Tiny Tim, what's up?
Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Flycatcher. I called him Flytrap.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
I
We'll
called
talk
him
later, okay?
I called him Flytrap. His name was Flycatcher.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Bump you too then, Bluebeard. Sticking your nose up at me.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Colin! He's still here. They talked about the what you call it? The truck leaving for the farm, and he's not leaving. Well, he's not on the truck. I'm glad. I hope Toad isn't on that truck. We gave him that money so he wouldn't have to deal with that. Toad. Toad. I gave you that money so you could get the glamour.
Jesus.
You did this to yourself, Toad. I gave you
We have
money.
like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
No, don't be mad at me.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Don't be mad at me.
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
I gave you
I
money.
had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a
Oh.
big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it
man.
like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Your dad broke the rules, TJ. You're not allowed to stay in Fabletown without a glamour.
And that's the truth.
Okay.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Don't say goodbye.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He, must have run off.
Bullshit.
Okay, well. Grandmaster Librarian. I don't know how I got that.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Yeah, man. It's kind of, I think it's some sort of like trauma thing, like actually.
I came here because I have to tell you something.
What's that?
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
Are you
Freaked
telling me you
out,
snitched?
okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
So you snitched.
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
So you sold them out?
No. Yes. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait.
Pulled the ribbon.
So Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
How was she
I
able to
walked
do
her
that?
over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over
Oh,
the fence.
yeah, I forgot about that.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that.
Oh my
When we
gosh.
suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh.
Yeah.
Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You
Yeah, I
knew
tried.
when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally.
I tried
Because you
to.
brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Huh?
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
No, bruh. No, bruh. No, I forgot about that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I remember the first time I played the game. I forgot. Because they kept replaying all that stuff. I forgot. I gotta... Oh, man. I gotta look that up real quick. Honestly, you know what? I'm not gonna look it up. Actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the theory about that, and somebody else, matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna look it up because that's gonna take up more time for this. I'm just gonna speculate my own little theory, and then if anybody else wants to back me up or give me a different theory they've heard, then somebody let me know. Like later on in the comments after this. I'll talk about that after we go through the player choices, but oh man, I forgot about that. Anyway, let's go through the choices real quick. What did you do to Georgia? You and 31.4% of players left Georgia to die. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I was kind of cold for that. But if I remember correctly, now that I think about it, if I remember correctly, I think when you actually do that, like if you off Georgie yourself, I think, like I said during the trial, that comes back to you. It comes back to you where the choice is like you say, oh, you dealt with Georgie, and they're like, oh yeah, see, this is how he operates. How is he gonna be fair? And he off Georgie. I can't remember what exactly happened, but I think that was a choice. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You and 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 38.6% of players threw the Crooked Man down the witching well, which means that probably a lot of people said to lock him up. I'm telling you right now, I was not locking him up. Let me phrase that. I did think about it until he choked me. I did consider it until he choked me. You know, I don't know if we still would have had that same choice where if we said to lock him up, if the choking part still would have happened. I'm not sure, but after he choked me, it was already done deal. Like, I know I said the witching well at first, but if I had said to lock him up and then he tried to choke me out after that, yeah, he definitely was going down the witching well either way. Not even gonna lie. Like, he wouldn't have got away with it either way. So, yeah. Yeah, he went down the witching well. And I don't care what Auntie Greenleaf says. I really don't. I really don't care what Auntie Greenleaf says. Because she talked about locking him up. And the dude basically tried to fight for his life just now. Either that or he tried to take me down the witching well with him. We were not doing that afterwards. Like, no, I don't care. I don't care. After you tried to take me down with you going down the witching well yourself. I don't care. What were your last words to Nerissa? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. And you can't lie that technically those were indeed the last words we said to Nerissa, because part 2 still hasn't come out for this game yet. So, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, special stats. There were special stats? You promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the apartment. You fought him after an interrogation. You offered him protection at business office. You gave him a drink when he asked for one in the apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm. You took him back to the witching well. You tossed him down the witching well. gone. Faith, you gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. Georgie, you left him to die. I sure did. And you smashed up his place. You drank with Grin after Lily's funeral when he was high off of his mind. You brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive, and I did. You chose to wait for him with Tiny Tim. You accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. And you, for TJ, of course, that was the nice thing to do for him. He was already suffering going to the farm. And you stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. And you gave him money. But you see that none of the stats say that you prevented, none of the stats say you didn't prevent them from going to the farm. So I feel like TJ and Toad going to the farm was just like a set thing. Like no matter what happened, they were going to the farm, you know? So yeah. Because I feel like if we did Colin the other way, it would have been like you sent Colin to the farm. Continue the story. Pick up a graphic novel today. I don't want to pick up the graphic novel. I want you to bring my doggone second game, Vertigo from DC Entertainment. I want y'all to get them on the line. I want you to get the new Telltale on the line and get my second game out, okay? Stop playing with me. Anyway, let's look at these extras. Trophies. What was that last one? I saw the last one. What was the last one? What is this? Unlocked all books. Unlock all book Fable entries. Earn every trophy in every episode of The Wolf Among Us. So yeah, all this was basically just stats and whatnot from... All this was just stats and whatnot for the game. The House of Straw. Why did Colin pop up right there? We didn't see Colin until like the end of the episode, so why did we see him? I don't know. Either way, still. We missed the trophy. Oh, wait. These are the... Yeah, these are the Book of Fable entries. That's what it is. That's what that is. Okay. Book of Fables. And then we missed one in chapter 1, one in chapter 2, 1, 2, 3 in chapter 3, and 1 in chapter 4. But we got all of them in 5. Fabletown Justice. Wait a minute. What is this? Mary's loyalty, part of the job. Oh my gosh, this is nasty. So what does this say? Why is she called Mary's loyalty? Bloody Mary began working for the Crooked Man many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, Mary had never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Man to the death, mostly because she finds it fun. Well, guess what? She found it fun, and now she's going down. Now she's turning into heated glass down below. The Big Bad Wolf. Big B's true form. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big dog. Literally. Big B's true form is that of a giant 8-foot-tall wolf. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Big B is able to hold his breath for a normally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. Interesting. Winter Wolf. Big B's mother, Winter, fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf cubs, but he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter. Heartbroken and alone, she tried to care for her cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Big B, but as the runt of the litter, he was often teased by his older brothers. After Winter's death, Big B went in search for their father, but Big B stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day until he was large enough to confront his father and finally make him pay for the pain. Golly, Big B is the real one. Big B's a real one. Putting in Vivian in Georgie's place. Vivian's story, the girl with the ribbon. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death. Any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night while she was asleep, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized that then she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. Interesting. Life on the farm. Yeah, what is going on with the farm? I've heard it's a terrible place, but I don't know. With its idyllic location and managed community, the farm would seem to be a welcome alternative to eking out an existence in Fabletown. But those who have lived there see it differently, very differently. They see it for what it is: a prison, a place where you are free to be who you are and do whatever you please except leave. It doesn't help that while fables who appear human do not have to worry about being sent to the farm, they always seem to fill the leadership roles there. Wait a minute, let me reread that. It doesn't help that while fables who appear human do not have to worry about being sent to the farm, they always seem to fill the leadership roles there. So, are they saying that people who look human are in leadership instead of fables? I feel like that's what they're trying to say. Interesting. The Crooked Lair. Yeah, what is the Crooked Man's story? I doubt they're going to tell us, but the Crooked Man has slowly built himself into one of the most powerful figures, excuse me, I had to burp, in Fabletown. His operation started with a crooked sixpence and a crooked house. Two things he cared about more than his wife or children. He was married? Wow. Oh, whom he'd killed rather than let them stand in his way. Okay. That answers that question. Stand in his way. In his rise, the Crooked Man has ensnared many fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but always at a high cost. He is cunning, persuasive, and ruthless. Yeah, that persuasive was coming in clutch for him this last episode. Child, I ain't gonna lie, I got kind of scared that I didn't think we was gonna make it. Why they got this memorial for us right here? A new order. What are these? With Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the Director of Operations and Deputy Mayor in his absence. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many fables made it to the New World safely. She's also been doing the work of Deputy Mayor unofficially for years. She mentioned that, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before that. I can't remember. Okay, but Sheriff Bigby, I don't know why they got it set up like it's a memorial. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby will spend many years wandering through Europe, with a fabled colony quickly developing in the New World. Snow White and Feathertop, don't know who that is, tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with a lycanthropy-stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Lycanthropy-stained knife? What the heck does that mean? What is a lycanthropy-stained knife? Bigby became sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. That's kind of weird. They banned him from going to the farm, but people still don't trust him. That's gotta say something about your character. You get banned from a place that seems like it's worse than Fabletown. Like, people hate going to the farm, but you got banned from the farm. That's crazy. Anyways. But yeah, that is going to be the end of episode number 5 of The Wolf Among Us. Now, what I wanted to talk about was the end of this game, like when they were replaying that sequence of events. I believe the theory is that, okay, so we know Faith used donkey skin in order to escape the homelands, you know, before she married Prince Lawrence. And I feel like the theory is that Faith is not gone. I think she's hiding as Nerissa. I think that's what the theory is, that Nerissa is actually Faith, you know, and like she's using a glamour or something to hide. I don't know, like they switched places or something like that. I saw something about it a while ago, but I forgot all about it until just now. You know what? I said I wasn't gonna look it up, but I'm looking it up. I don't care. I'm looking it up. I want to know what the theory is. Okay, so after like researching internet for like a few minutes just now, so yeah, just to basically kind of go back on the theory what I said before. It basically is going back on what I said before, where the ending is supposed to, some person said it's supposed to be like open to interpretation, essentially, like a lot of the Telltale games are supposed to be, because that's how some Telltale games are, which they are. Like some games will say, will be like there's no right choice. Like The Walking Dead, for example, I believe it was either episode 3, not episode 3, but either like the 3rd game or the 4th game. It's like you can pick a path. I believe it was the 3rd one, but it's like you can pick a path that you know you chose in episode 2 for Clementine when it comes to hearing like about her backstory. So it's like in, I think the 3rd one, I mean the 2nd one, you have a choice between like Kenny and Jane. If you don't know who those characters are, then I would suggest going to check that out, or you can just listen to this or not. Choice is up to you, either way. But it's like in the 3rd game, when you're hearing about the backstory for of Clementine, it's like if you picked Kenny or Jane for who you believe you picked, or I think you could have went off of your own, it kind of tailors around that story. I can't remember exactly how it works out, but it's something like that, where it's like it can kind of switch the ending and whatnot. But yeah, either way, that's besides the point. Point being is that I've seen a lot of people saying that the ending is essentially tailored to how you kind of imagine it. So in my opinion, I'm kind of going based off of the theory that Faith maybe disguised herself as Nerissa, and that's who we're talking to like at the end of episode 5, or that we deal with throughout the game. Because you got to think about it, it's weird that we only see Nerissa a few times in the game. Like we don't see her consistently throughout the game like we might see, say, like Snow White, or I won't say Gren because we didn't see him consistently, but I'm saying we saw her at the club, we saw her at the office, and then we saw her at the end of the game. Those were the only 3 times we saw her, as far as I remember, throughout this game. And so since we only saw her 3 times, those are 3 times she could have prepared herself to look like Nerissa. You get what I'm saying? Like, that sounds weird to say, but I can believe that theory. Because some people are saying, you know, that maybe it is Nerissa, and that is quite possibly a very definite probability. That's a definite probability because they were friends. And speaking from a psychological standpoint, you can pick up some of the mannerisms that your friends say, but it's just the fact of like how Bigby was kind of like putting the pieces together. Some of the speech patterns were just a little bit too close. So I'm kind of going based over the theory that maybe Nerissa is actually Faith. Also because of the fact of Faith's backstory is based off of the whole donkey skin, like her hiding in plain sight type of thing. So I don't know. That's the theory I'm going with. I believe it, but honestly, I really just hope they kind of circle back around to that so we kind of know that, but probably won't. If anybody knows a definite thing, like a definite answer to that, then please link that to me, because I would love to know like if that theory is proven or not, but I don't know. So yeah, I've been sitting here yapping for probably like I don't know how long. So yeah, either way, that's how I'm gonna just say that that's my theory. I agree with that theory that other people have said about when it comes to the ending of this game, but until 2 comes out, or unless they came out with a comic of some sort about the canon ending for this, I'm not really sure what the ultimate conclusion is. So yeah, that's just something we're gonna have to deal with at this point, unfortunately. So yeah, but that is going to be the end of episode number 5 of The Wolf Among Us, y'all. And like I said, I hate that this game is ending, bro. I hate that I have to wait for part number 2 for this game. But I want the game to be good. I want the game to be good. And the only way that's gonna happen is if we let them work on the games, y'all. That's the only way it's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm probably still gonna try to cut this up into 2 bits, because from how long I recorded this game, in terms of like footage wise, I don't think it was but anymore, except maybe like over an hour. Most of these episodes have been like an hour and a half, but surprisingly enough, this one was kind of like less than an hour and a half. Like I'm at an hour and 36 right now, and mainly that's because I've been yapping for this game. So yeah, it wasn't really too long of an episode, so probably this part of the episode is probably going to be the only reason why I'm going to probably cut the video into 2 parts. That's because of the fact that I feel like a lot of people don't want to see an hour-long gameplay, you know. Granted, a lot of these episodes that I've been recording have been like 50 to 40 something minutes, but that's still under an hour, so people still might have like an hour's worth to enjoy doing whatever else they want to do. But yeah, that's besides the point. Either way, my point being is that has been episode number 5. I've really enjoyed playing this game. I really hate to see it go. I really hate that we have to wait for part number 2, but it is what it is at this point. I just hope that you guys enjoy this game as much as I have, because it's been amazing to go back through this game again, and there's not a whole lot of games that I'll think I can say that I have enjoyed playing for a second time. And if I could go back and just like erase my memory for this game just to experience it again, I probably would. But hey, can't do that. So yeah, but it has been very fun to go back through this game, because I really didn't expect it to be as fun as it was, even though I did think I was going to enjoy it. Like, it was basically all I wanted and more from the experience, and that's what I love about this game the most. For me to get so much more enjoyment out of it just from literally just starting it and just having fun with it and just making a whole bunch of banner. So yeah. Oh man, there's not really much I can say. There's not really much else I can say other than the fact that I enjoy this game. I hope you guys enjoy this game. You guys already know. Let me know any other games you guys want to see. If it's horror, anything else, Let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, I'm looking forward to more so horror, but I am open to anything else. So yeah, just let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys don't say anything, of course, like I said, we got our other games coming at some point. Dads, get offline. Yeah, that's one of my buddies, but yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Like I said, let me know down below in the comments. If you guys did enjoy, you already know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment about when y'all think part number 2 is gonna come out. Probably when I get grandkids is my theory. But who knows, man, who knows? I just hope it's soon. So yeah, but leave a comment, subscribe to see the next series, and whenever part 2 comes out, stay tuned for that. And I will see you beautiful people in the next episode. Y'all stay blessed, stay breezy, continue to be cheesy with your goofball selves, and continue to take it easy. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Telltale. 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 Get my part 2 out here now.